Thanks for taking this short 2 or 3 minutes to discuss asking questions in the classroom. Howard Hendricks in Teaching to Change Lives says, never tell someone what they can tell you. If there's a chance that they can be just as smart as you in a situation, allow them to be smart. Affirm their ability to be the Imago Dei, the image of God that can discern answers out of the text of Scripture. We don't need to read slides to people, we don't need to read curriculum to people, and we don't need to give them all the information. If it doesn't pique their interest, for example, it's going to take 74 repetitions of your information for them to remember it anyway. So co-discovery is what you're after. Allow them to determine the answer. There's some things you got to be careful of. Probably don't want to be calling on people who are not yet bolstered in the rapport of the class. But maybe you should think about allowing people to present themselves as answerers of questions and then move it around the classroom. If they expect Bob or Phil to answer all the time, they may not put the thought into thinking of an answer. Silence is a real threat to some of us, isn't it? We don't want to hear silence. It makes us very uncomfortable. And so we usually want to provide the information before we are even more uncomfortable. So practice at home. Look in the mirror, ask the mirror a question, and then stand there and take a look at how you look. I think you'll find that you look perfectly acceptable and that you can wait on people to reply. It will show that you're confident. Maybe one of the reasons why you don't ask the question is because you're not confident. What if they give an answer and you don't know how to tell them how wrong they are? Well, those are skills that we can work on maybe in a future video. How do you help someone with a wrong answer? Maybe you're concerned about a question of yours leading to a question of theirs where they will ask you a question and frankly you haven't thought that much about it and you don't want to wing it and you don't want to be sloppy in your answer and you do want to respect them. Well, maybe that's a topic for another video. But the first thing is we want to take things that we want to tell them and we want to flip it into a question. We do that because of co-learning. We do that because of camaraderie building. We do that because of co-discovery and building the confidence in that man or woman that they can not only understand the Bible for themselves, but maybe even do what you're doing. And that's a wonderful calling. So take those 3 or 4 points of your curriculum and see if you can turn them into interrogatives, questions, and see if you can turn them into open-ended questions, not just yes and no questions, because that won't buy you much time. These are a few little pointers. Put it in practice this week. I've enjoyed being around to so many of your classes these last 6 or 7 months, and I'm looking forward to future visits. May God bless you, and thank you for serving the people at Sandy Ridge.